Okay, I'm back. So yeah, this basically is the connector for like inputs and outputs, so things like that. And that's, for the most part, that's what has arrived. And I guess, you know, I have quite a bit of more stuff on the way. So I guess all it comes down to is now I need to start actually installing everything. Pretty exciting. But I will show you one more thing. Okay, this didn't come in today. This came in like a few weeks ago, but it's just so pretty, I want to show it. The tile wastegate. So this is a 44 millimeter wastegate, but it's more compact, but it still flows and, you know, works as good as a bigger one. At least that's what they say. So yeah, pretty cool. Can cool it with water if you want, things like that. I've never done that, but yeah, I dig it. It's beautiful. So yeah, that's basically it. Now, next video, I'm trying to think what I want to do next. I think the next video I will focus on like basically installing the intake manifold, and then I have, oh yeah, so for the exhaust, 4-inch downpipe, and I wanted to have 3-inch duals flowing into the 4-inch because I didn't want to run a 4-inch to a 3-inch reducer because I think that's definitely going to choke it off. And then splitting into 3-inch duals, it's not really, I'm not getting what I'm trying to get out of the dual exhaust. 4-inch is good for when it comes out. I mean, 5-inch, I don't think it really would need to be 5-inch. I don't know if it would make much of a difference, to be honest, with this turbo setup. But 4-inch is good. And then what I'm having a problem with is fitting any of the 4-inch under the car. The car is just too low. So I have ordered a bunch of stainless oval tubing exhaust. So basically it's going to come down 4-inch, and then it's a round 4-inch, and then converts into a oval 4-inch, you know? So it's like 2 5/8 in height and whatever in width. So that will transition under the car, and it'll run that way with like a slip flange, so the exhaust will fit the other piece with a built-in clamp. I'll probably just have that there, and then stop it somewhere like right before the floor rolls up, if that makes sense, like where the back seats go under you, and then it would roll up into like the trunk pretty much. So I'll pretty much stop it right there under the car, and that'll be good for now until the rest of the exhaust is finished for however I want to do it. But yeah, so the flat, everything will fit. Should be able to get that all tacked up how it needs to be. As soon as everything comes in, I think like that day, we'll knock it out pretty quick. My brother will, because he's the welder. I can weld, but I'm not a TIG welder. I can do some MIG welding, but he's just incredible. I mean, he's awesome when it comes to it. So yeah, that's on the way. So yeah, next video, installing the intake. Probably then the video after that will be something with exhaust. But yeah, so just get ready for everything to start coming together. I guess when the fuel rail gets here, and then that's one more thing. I need to see how the sensors are behind the manifold getting to them, because as I'm doing the intake manifold, I might run some of the engine harness as well, and then I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put that. I think I'm gonna put that maybe on the floorboard, like the toe board. I don't know yet. So if anyone has any ideas, please let me know. And if for some reason you're not able to comment on the videos, I will look into that and I will fix that soon. All right, have a good one. Sorry. Had to make some more room on the phone. Also, my face is not disproportionate and shape funny. For some reason, when I use this front camera on the phone to face me, you know, it reverses the image and it makes things look funny. I don't know why, but yeah, I don't look like the dude from the Goonies. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you suck. But yeah, what I was getting at was with AM, you can use that system for any motor. You know, you just have to build a connector and all that stuff for the harness, all that crap. And I didn't want to deal with that. I just wanted something that was plug and play and, you know, it was an awesome setup. So yeah, and I will pull it out of the box soon to actually see how the size of it and all that. Sorry. Pong. All right, so now we have some injectors. All right, got some Injector Dynamics injectors. I've always ran this brand. Whenever I've bought injectors, whenever I bought injectors for other builds, I've always used the IDs, and I've never had an issue with them. So these are direct fit. They are 13. These are the ID 1300X series injector. So they should do good for, you know, all around driving, like low RPM, you know, cruising around driving. Everything should be smooth. They're really good for tuning. I have the adapter connectors for the harness to work with these. So yeah, pretty cool. I got these. I picked these up from Texas Speed, and I think I have. Oh no, that's from Holley as well. I guess I haven't received my other package from Holley. Sorry, from Texas Speed, because I also picked up some fuel rails as well. By the way, if you are planning on doing a build, and you think like, oh, you know, I want to slowly buy parts to build up, you know, all your stuff, and that way you're not dropping a bunch of money at once. If you have the money, if you have the money, and then you're not going to be completely broke, just go ahead and buy everything. Reason I say that is because a year ago and before that, a lot of parts have gone up to $400. The subframe that's in this car, when I bought the subframe, it was I don't know if it was $7,400 or something like that. I don't know, but now it's over $9,000. I think it was like 70 something. But now it's like $9,200, $9,400. And that happened within a year after I bought that subframe. And I was looking at the rest of the parts, like Holley's, you know, prices have gone up. Prices have gone up everywhere. So it's better to just buy the things when you can, right away, because it's cheaper. As if you can do it. Weird box. What do we have? I don't know what this is. Oh, you know what? This is probably something to do with the wideband. What's up, everyone? So, today's video, I want to go over some of the parts that have came in. Like I said, I have just a bunch of exciting things happening. Lots of parts are coming in, and some of them have started to arrive, and you know, I feel like opening parts, seeing them, it's almost as fun as driving the car. Because you know, it's just exciting to see these new parts. So, let's start it out. Let's see what we got. All right. This first box, this isn't too fun, too exciting. Just a hose, you know, for the vintage air system going in the car. So let's see what we got. All right, so we have one box from Vintage Air. I know that one of the parts is on back order. That's the evaporator system, all that goes under the dash. But you know, I guess we can see what I've been sent. So just fittings, hoses for the AC system. You know, nothing super like but you know, gotta start off small and then go into the more exciting shit. And then it's weird. We have more switches, but I swear this came in that box. Unless these are two different pieces, they look exactly the same. But one of them doesn't come with a switch. This is a separate switch. So I don't know, maybe I could send something back, get some money back. I don't know what to say. I have no idea. Well, maybe one of those goes onto the evaporator, but I'm not sure. Got some American Auto wire. So this is everything. This should be the entire body harness. So I used to have a 78 F-150 that I built, and I did the painless kit. It was kind of painless, kind of not really. I mean, I definitely had to put everything together. So I think this one's probably the same way, but when I did the previous harness for the other truck, for my truck that I used to have, I built the harness on the floor in the house and then brought it to the truck and ran it through everything. But I think I might build this one, like lay it out in the car and then basically build it if it's needed. So I guess I'm gonna find out. Well, some of this stuff already has connectors on it, but not everything. So this still does require some pinouts to be done, connectors to be put on, I guess. I mean, like there's already blocks. So I'll have to dig more into it, but this has everything in it. The only thing that I think is separate from this that I will need is the harness going to the gauge cluster, because I'm doing a aftermarket probably do auto meter, something like that, in the car. But everything here is meant to where you have the unit for that, and then that harness plug is a quick connect to this harness, from what I know. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm just super stoked because I didn't plan on doing any of this stuff like right away. I was gonna wait until after the car was already painted. But I mean, now it's like I'm gonna be assembling everything. So yeah, like I said, this video is just going over some of the parts that came in. I think it's pretty cool to see, and I'm sure y'all would like to see. So that way you're like, oh, you know, man, he's got a body harness, he's got this, he's got that. Like, things are about to be super fun. I mean, fun, I mean, like, I'm going to try to drive this car as soon as I can. The tank is on back order. That's being built by Detroit Speed, and I can't shut the box. So, just put that right there. Let's see, got another box. Let's see what's in this. It's from Holley. So, I mean, no, that's always fun. It's not a carburetor, so if that's what you're hoping for, sorry. And yes, I should be using a box cutter, but I don't have one with me right now. Why do I not have one with me? Because my car is not at my house. My car is at my parents' house because they have a bigger garage. The car fits, but I thought I was going to build the car not here, somewhere else, and prematurely moved all my tools. So I'm gonna have to move everything back over here. Got some cool poppy plastic things. Got a boost solenoid. Because yes, you know, gotta go boost. Gotta control that turbo. Some more harnesses. This looks like for the injectors. Pretty sure. Yeah, injector harness. I see something really pretty over here. Main power harness. And then I will do clips of actually putting things together in the car. I wish I had someone to film me, you know, it'd make things much easier. But this right here is, it's like seeing, it's almost like seeing candy. I love candy, I'm not gonna lie. And this right here is just like, just delicious to look at. Got that Holley Dominator. So when I used to build my 240s, I always ran AEM on the car, AEM. And I've had the AEM V2 Series 2, and then with my last build, I went with the AEM Infinity. And that does everything, it's a great unit. And I was thinking about doing that on this car, but Holley, I mean, you can't go wrong with Holley. And Holley, you know, they put a lot of time into these motors, different motors, of course, but I mean, they specialize in these motors. And I know with, maybe in a way, it doesn't matter which motor, you know, like with AEM, you can set it up for anything. You just have to build the harness for that. You have to build the connector